The temple bells rang softly through the narrow streets of Jaipur before sunrise. Rajesh was already awake. Every morning at 4:30, before the rest of the neighborhood opened their eyes, he sat quietly on the small balcony outside his apartment with a cup of chai in his hands. The city was still sleeping. Only the sound of distant prayers and barking street dogs filled the cool morning air. Rajesh closed his eyes for a moment, not to rest, but to breathe. Life had become heavy lately, very heavy. Inside the tiny apartment, his daughter Anaya was sleeping peacefully before college. That alone made him smile. Every difficult thing in his life somehow became easier when he looked at her. Even hunger, even exhaustion, even loneliness. Rajesh worked as a delivery driver for a small textile shop in the old city. The salary was never enough, but he never complained. Because in his heart, he had only one dream. My daughter will live a better life than mine. Every morning, before leaving home, he quietly packed Anaya's lunchbox himself. Sometimes there was barely enough food in the kitchen. Still, he always made sure her portion looked full. Then he would drink water and tell himself he wasn't hungry. A father becomes very good at lying to himself, especially an Indian father, especially one who loves deeply but speaks very little. That morning, Anaya woke up late. "Papa, why didn't you wake me up?" She rushed out nervously. Rajesh smiled softly. "You looked tired last night." Anaya grabbed her bag quickly. Her eyes landed on her father's faded shirt. Again. The same old shirt. The same worn sandals. The same tired scooter waiting outside. Something inside her tightened. At college, her friends talked about vacations, cafes, new phones, and luxury apartments in Mumbai. She laughed with them. But deep inside, she always felt different. Smaller. Poorer. Ashamed. One afternoon, while waiting outside campus, Anaya saw her father arrive on his old scooter. The engine coughed loudly before stopping. Some students nearby started laughing quietly. "Is that really your dad? He looks like someone's servant." Anaya's face burned with embarrassment. She quickly walked toward him. "Papa, you don't have to come inside the gate," she whispered sharply. Rajesh paused. The smile on his face faded for half a second. Only half a second. Then he nodded gently. "Okay, beta." On the ride home, neither of them spoke. The wind moved silently around them. Rajesh drove carefully as always. But something inside his chest hurt more than usual that evening. Not because of disrespect, not because of poverty, but because for the first time, he felt his daughter was slowly becoming distant from him. That night, Anaya heard him coughing badly in the kitchen. She almost went outside. Almost. But she stayed in bed instead. Sometimes love becomes hidden behind ego, and children often realize things too late. The next few weeks became harder. College fees increased, rent increased, fuel prices increased. But Rajesh's salary stayed the same. Still, every evening, he came home smiling. "How was college? Did you eat properly? Are your exams close?" He always asked about her first, never himself. One Sunday morning, Anaya noticed him staring quietly at his scooter downstairs. The scooter was old, very old. Its blue paint had faded years ago, but Rajesh cleaned it every weekend like it was precious. Because it was. That scooter had been with him since Anaya was 5 years old. It carried groceries, school bags, hospital visits, rainy nights, happy memories. Anaya still remembered sitting in front while holding the handlebars and laughing loudly as a child. Back then, her father felt like the strongest man in the world. But adulthood changes people. Or maybe it only changes what they notice. That evening, Rajesh returned home later than usual, without the scooter. Anaya looked outside. Papa, where's the scooter? Rajesh removed his shoes slowly. Oh, I sold it. She froze. What? He forced a smile. It was getting old anyway. But how will you go to work now? I'll manage. Something about his voice felt strange. Too calm, too light, as if he was hiding pain carefully behind every word. The next morning, Rajesh woke up at 4 a.m. Instead of riding to work, he walked to the bus stop. 40 minutes. Then another crowded bus. Then another walk. Under the burning heat. Day after day. His knees started hurting badly. But every evening, he still returned home smiling. One night during dinner, Anaya noticed he wasn't eating again. You're not hungry? I ate outside. That was another lie. A soft, familiar lie. The kind fathers tell when money becomes tight. A few days later, Anaya accidentally overheard two women talking outside their apartment. He sold his scooter for her tuition fees. What else could he do? The college deadline was close. He didn't even keep money for himself. Anaya stopped breathing. For a moment, the world around her became silent. Tuition fees? Her mind raced. That night, after Rajesh fell asleep, she quietly opened the old metal drawer near his bed. Inside were bills, loan papers, bus tickets, medicine receipts, and one folded receipt. Scooter sale receipt. Amount received. Just enough for her semester fees. Nothing more. Her hands started shaking. Suddenly, every small memory became painful. His empty plate, his coughing, his tired smile, his long walks, the cracked sandals, the lies. All of it. For her. Anaya sat on the floor, silently crying, while the ceiling fan turned slowly above her. In India, many fathers love this way, quietly, without speeches, without hugs, without asking for recognition. They carry pain like prayer, silently. The next morning, Rajesh woke up surprised. Breakfast was already ready. Anaya stood in the kitchen holding chai. You woke up early? He smiled. She nodded quietly. For the first time in months, she looked directly into his tired eyes. And what she saw broke her heart. Not weakness, not failure, only love. Deep, exhausted, unconditional love. That evening, heavy rain covered the city. Rajesh arrived home completely soaked after walking from the bus stop. Anaya rushed toward him immediately with a towel. You'll get sick! Rajesh laughed softly. It's only rain, beta. But suddenly she hugged him tightly. Very tightly. Rajesh froze. His daughter had not hugged him like that in years. I'm sorry, Papa. His expression changed slowly. Confusion, then concern, then silence. Anaya started crying. Real crying. The kind people hide for too long. I didn't understand anything. I was selfish. I was ashamed for no reason. Rajesh gently touched her head. No, beta. But she shook her head. You sold your scooter because of me. Rajesh looked away quietly. Outside, thunder echoed across the dark sky. For a few seconds, neither of them spoke. Then he smiled softly. When children move forward in life, parents leave small things behind. That is normal. Small things? She cried harder. That scooter was your life. Rajesh looked toward the rain outside. No, beta, he whispered. You are. Anaya broke down completely. Years of pressure, ego, embarrassment, and misunderstanding melted in that moment. Sometimes healing begins not with grand gestures, but with truth finally reaching the heart. That night, they ate dinner together properly for the first time in months. Simple dal, rice, pickles, Rain outside, warm light inside, peace. Before sleeping, Anaya noticed Rajesh massaging his swollen knees quietly. Without saying anything, she sat beside him and gently held his hands. His hands were rough, tired, covered with small scars from years of work. She suddenly realized something painful. Those hands had built her entire life. Days passed. Something changed inside the house. Not dramatically, not magically, just softly. Anaya started helping more, spending more time at home, listening more carefully. One evening, she asked him, "Papa, were you ever unhappy because of your life?" Rajesh smiled faintly. "Every life has suffering, Beta." "Then how do you stay peaceful?" He looked toward the small Krishna idol near the window. Then he said quietly, "When we stop asking life to be easy, the heart becomes lighter." Anaya stayed silent. Rajesh continued softly, "Real peace comes when love becomes bigger than pride." Outside, evening temple bells echoed through the neighborhood again. The same bells that rang every morning before sunrise. But tonight, they sounded different. Warmer, gentler, like healing. Months later, Anaya received an internship offer from a large company in Delhi. When she showed the email to her father, his eyes filled with tears instantly. Not loud tears, just quiet tears resting inside tired eyes. The kind only parents understand. "Papa," she smiled softly, "when I get my first salary." Rajesh laughed immediately. "No expensive gifts." But Anaya smiled through tears. "I know." She paused, then whispered, "I'm buying your scooter back." Rajesh looked at her for a long moment. Then both of them laughed softly together. And somewhere beyond the noise of the city, beyond the traffic, beyond the struggle of ordinary life, love sat quietly between a father and daughter. Silent, simple, sacred.